You've probably seen images of it, this ancient festival of sun worship that starts on the riverbanks of Bihar and now somehow ends up in parks in Virginia. So how did this deeply traditional ritual travel the globe? And what does it really tell us about faith and community today?
I mean, that's the real question here, isn't it? Why do millions of people, from Kathmandu to Kentucky, take part in these incredibly specific and really demanding rituals? What is it about standing in water, fasting for 36 hours straight, and making offerings to the sun that resonates so deeply across so many cultures and continents?
All right, so to understand its power, we first have to get to its purpose. And at its very core, Chhath Puja is a festival for the sun.
Okay, so what exactly is Chhath Puja? Well, its origins are in the heartland of eastern India and southern Nepal, and the focus of devotion is twofold. First, you have Surya, the sun god, who's seen as the source of all life on earth. And then you have his sister, Chhati Maya, the goddess of protection and prosperity. The purpose behind it all is actually beautifully simple. It's about gratitude. It's a way for devotees to thank the sun for literally sustaining life on our planet, while also asking for blessings for their future. It's this really powerful, direct moment of just giving thanks.
But this isn't just a single day's event. Oh no, it's a rigorous, super structured 4-day observance that's a real test of both physical and spiritual strength. At the very heart of the festival is the Parvatan. This is the main devotee, and while it's most often a woman, men participate too, who takes on these demanding fasts and rituals. And they do it not just for themselves, but for the well-being of their entire family. So this 4-day ritual, it really builds in intensity. It kicks off with Nahaikai, which is a holy bath and a single pure meal. Day 2, Karna, ends with one last meal before the big fast begins. Then the climax arrives on day 3, Sandhya Arghya, with devotees making offerings to the setting sun while standing in water. And it all wraps up on day 4, Usha Arghya, with prayers to the rising sun before that long fast is finally broken. Now, let that sink in for a moment. The fast that begins after the second day lasts for 36 hours, and it is incredibly strict. We're talking about worshippers staying away from both food and water for that entire time. It's an amazing display of devotion. The sacred offerings, or prasad, are prepared with so much care. The most iconic has gotta be thikwa, which is this crispy, sweet snack. Along with other sweets and seasonal fruits, everything is kept pure. It's all strictly vegetarian and cooked without any salt, onion, or garlic.
Okay, so we've seen the rituals, but what about the meaning behind them? To find that, we have to go way back to some of India's most ancient epics and legends. The festival's roots run deep, really deep, into India's great epics. In the Ramayana, Sita is said to have performed Chhath after coming back to Ayodhya. In the Mahabharata, both Kunti and Draupadi observe the fast for their family's well-being. And in the Puranas, there's a story of a king who's blessed with a child after performing this very worship. You know, that last legend gives us this really powerful declaration from the goddess herself, Chhati Maya, right after she revived a king's stillborn son. She declared herself the protector of all children, and that promise is a huge reason why she's worshipped so passionately today.
But this ancient tradition isn't just confined to the pages of old books or the villages of Bihar. Not anymore. It has traveled the world. Seriously, from the sacred Ganga River, Chhath has truly gone global. Today, you can find these vibrant celebrations held by diaspora communities all across the world, from North America to Australia. They're keeping this powerful cultural heritage alive and well, thousands of miles from home. And this is where tradition gets really innovative and, frankly, super cool. Without traditional riverbanks, communities have adapted brilliantly. They celebrate in city parks, they use community swimming pools, and they even set up inflatable or artificial ponds. Seeing devotees offering prayers in the Potomac River in the USA is a perfect example of this ancient festival finding a brand new home. So what makes Chhath so unique? Beyond the intense rituals, there are a few core principles that really set it apart from other festivals. Okay, first, and this is a big one, there are no priests. This festival is all about a direct, personal connection. Worshippers offer their prayers straight to the divine, straight to the sun, with no go-between needed. There's also this incredibly powerful egalitarian spirit here. The rules of Chhath
are the exact same for everyone. Doesn't matter your caste or social status. The rituals, the fasts, they're identical for all. And that creates this profound sense of shared community. And finally, Chhath is inherently eco-friendly, a principle that feels more relevant now than ever before. The offerings are almost entirely natural and biodegradable. We're talking seasonal fruits, local grains, and handmade sweets. It's a beautiful way of honoring nature without causing it any harm.
All this leaves us with a really fascinating question. As ancient traditions like Chhath Puja travel the globe, adapting to new places from New Jersey to London, how do they evolve? And maybe even more importantly, how does their timeless message of gratitude, equality, and resilience start to change us?